there's a lot of people here who've, got jobs, and we live in a free society. We should be able to protest about issues of peace and issues of racism, and we've seen the suspension of democracy here. This is now no protest zone where people are being pulled at random out of the crowd for no reason and being taken away. So we're going to call off our protest here today because there is a degree of political censorship that I've not seen before. But there will be a march on Oakland Police Station this Saturday calling for all the charges to be dropped, for civil rights to be respected, and also for freedom for Palestine to mark the year anniversary of the slaughter in Gaza.
Do you feel like what you've done here has been a success today?
I don't think it's a success when law-abiding citizens are arrested for exercising their democratic rights. And these police know that these people will be put through the courts through a very costly process. They'll have to take time off work. Most people here are working people. There's a huge cost to people for voicing their solidarity with Palestinian people. And a lot of people, we actually believe that we have democratic rights in New Zealand. Many of the people here now are terrified that we could be arrested. I have promised my wife that I will be home to see my child tonight. But I think it's totally unacceptable that people were singled out for being leaders in the Palestinian solidarity movement today. I think it's terrifying that we could be picked off like that. That's why we are going to suspend this protest now, and we're asking people who believe in democratic rights to join us this Saturday at 1 o'clock in Altea Square.
Do you think that that you can make a difference by continuing doing this?
Absolutely. It took a long time for people to start supporting the idea of cultural and sporting boycotts in solidarity with the people in South Africa. That took years for that movement to develop. The movement in solidarity with Palestine and questioning Israel's sporting and cultural links, it's at its very infancy. But the fact that our protests have been reported all around the world, in the New York Times, Washington Post, in the BBC Independent, I mean, this shows that the plucky resolve of the New Zealanders here is finding an echo, and we've had thousands of messages of support and good on you from people in Palestine.
A lot of people in there say, one tennis player, what can she do?
Yeah, I understand that, and it's important that we've said nothing personally abusive about Shahar at all. It's not about the individual, it's about the state that person represents.
But you guys some of you have been chanting blood on your hands. Is that not personal?
I think
she was a member of the Israeli army.
Yes, I mean, if you're part of an army that conducts these operations in Lebanon, which was a sovereign state, which was invaded 2 years ago, in Gaza, 1,400 people were killed.
After
this
14
time
Israelis
last year,
were killed,
800 of them were children. So a lot of people who are protesting here today are marking the year anniversary of that massacre. We don't need to be arrested for that.
What would you actually like to see done? If there's one thing that can happen, what would it be?
Well, the first thing we're concerned about today is our own civil rights. There's our right to peacefully protest here. And I'm sorry, but making noise is not a riotous thing. It's not an act of violence. It's actually part of what happens in a democratic society. And part of democracy is saying things that other people don't want to hear that are true, So we should be allowed to say those things. But at the minute, it's very obvious that democracy has been suspended here today. And in the interest of not getting more innocent people arrested or put through it, we're going to call off this protest now. We're asking for people who believe in those rights and who actually believe in the rights of Palestinian people to join us this Saturday at 1 o'clock.
You don't think the police have won if you back down?
I don't think at all, because they can arrest anyone. Can they arrest you now for talking to me? I'm not sure.
They told me one to arrest me this morning
It's
over
very
there.
obvious that we're a small group of people here today, and that
They
we're
said they
highly
could arrest me at
vulnerable.
their own discretion for no reason.
And I
told me
think
that too.
Just for having a camera in.
There's obviously thousands more people in New Zealand who do feel that protesters and peace activists have a right to voice their opinion. I think that's probably become the major issue of the last 3 days, is the over-the-top policing here. The first day, a bomb scare for someone leaving their handbag behind, And
Will you be back, if she wins this match, will you be back for her next game?
yes, I think so. I mean, I think so. I mean, obviously, we're going to have to talk. I mean, all the leaders of the movement have been singled out today. If that's not political policing, I don't know what is. People
Straight
are
up.
very, very unsure of what we should do because we look to those people who've had years of experience in this movement for guidance, and they've singled those out. I was here yesterday when the young man was arrested. He was arrested going away from the protest that had already finished. And he was warned about using a megaphone in the future. In the future, in a month, in a year. You know, we can't give up our democratic rights like this.
Thank you
If you
very
don't
much.
defend your rights, you lose them, eh, Joe?
Can we get your name?
And my name's Joe. Carl.
Joe.
Yeah.
And Carol?
Carolyn. C-A-R-O-L-A-N.
CAROLIN.
L-A-N.
L-A-N. And do you have something like to refer to as just protester or member?
I'm a supporter of the GIPCHA, GPJA, and a member of the Socialist Party.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Joe.